was lost to the menace of the night. Sucker punched by life most of my life.